All right, back real quick. Last one was 9 minutes. I'm trying to keep it. I'm trying to get them 5 minutes for y'all, but it's so tough. There's a lot of information I want to tell you. Okay, so you have this bill that's coming up for crypto. This is for crypto, for all crypto. Okay, it's called they say Fit 21 or some stupid stuff like that. Innovative technology for whatever it is. It's basically so the banks can use the crypto. Like they already had one passed, kind of, unless I think Joe Biden's got like 10 days to veto it or something like that. I don't know. But to allow, banks to custodian Bitcoin, right? Right now, that Fit 21 bill that's set to be talked about or voted on from the House next week, it's more or less what does it give you? It's giving people like the ability to what they're basically saying is when the SEC steps in, this whole time they're like, oh, we deserve all of these lawsuits have been because the SEC is trying to prove a point that, hey, we need to be there. Do you need a regulating community in or like a group like the SEC in the crypto to regulate it, to keep people from like making fraudulent? Yeah, bro, you do. But can the SEC handle it? I say you can't even handle the problems that you got right now. Okay, but that's besides the point. That's what I think, and that's common sense. And from what I learned so far in the past 4 or 5 years, it doesn't, like, nobody gives a fuck about common sense. They don't. They don't care about what's right or anything like that. So the only thing they care about is being able to make money in it too, and being able to control something that they don't want to go down for whatever reason that it is. Either way, the bill that gets passed is going to get basically the SEC a leg in there, or something like it, a leg in there to regulate it, and the different aspects of it that are going to be regulated. All it really does is, I think that FIT bill is actually like financial innovation technologies or something like that. The banks want it. The banks want it. A couple of your exchanges want it, and they want it because it basically opens the floodgates for the main thing was like how bankruptcies would be handled with crypto. You know what I'm saying? Like with normal, they need that last finishing step in there to. That's what banks are, man. Like think about how many times that a bank, if you go bankrupt and you lose your house, guess who's happy? The bank, okay? Because they just got some new. You know what I'm saying? They don't have that same type of setup in crypto yet, so they want that same type of setup. And once they get that set up, there's some other stuff in it too, and I just don't know it like that because I don't care. I don't care about it because it's going to happen. If it wasn't going to happen, you wouldn't get these steps in here like this. Okay, I'm not saying it's going to pass the first time through. I'm just telling you that crypto is a technology. It is innovation. It is basically, to me, like, I wasn't there, but when the internet first came out, I read about it. I saw how it was. If you look at the first people that had computers, think about the people that really didn't take it seriously like that. It is very similar. And the difference here is I can actually see the use cases. I don't know if it's just because I'm in the market or what, or if I'm just there, you know? A lot of people don't know about the stock market or settlement times. Settlement times are in like the Stone Ages on the stock market, but they could be instant, okay? And they could have done it without Bitcoin or blockchain technology, but honestly, it'd be better off with blockchain technology because, and this is another reason why I keep telling people about that GameStop play. The only reason we're fucking talking about that GameStop play is because, motherfucker, if it does blow, your derivatives market, which is basically everybody on fucking swaps and shit like that, like these banks get out here and they have their positions already, but this makes it to where they can take a riskier, more lucrative position, man. Like the swaps market is basically like options times, I don't know, it's crazy. But if you had something like GameStop go in there and you just had this thing blow up, and in the derivatives market, you're going to have people that get destroyed from that, okay? It's going to blow that whole market up. You're going to have banks, in my head, you're going to have a lot of small banks get destroyed, okay? And what I think, and why I say Donald Trump, because he's the one, like, honestly, if you had a couple of banks go bust here, right? Like you did in 2008, the same thing happened and you had him in there. What do you think he would do? Do you think he would do the same thing that everybody else did? Or do you think that he'd be like, oh, well, I guess you got to sell your stuff. That's just a part of how it works. Talk about the Constitution or some shit like that. I mean, free, like, you lose, you lose. You shouldn't get bailed out. In a capitalist environment, capitalism, it never said anything about bailouts, bro. That's all socialism. That's why you got a lot of people mad now, because you say it's capitalism, but it's only capitalism for you and me, and then for the banks or the rich people. You know what I'm saying? They're band together. Smart for them, not for us. You know, because we should have been on that. But whatever. Um, I'm not a socialist. I'm not a capitalist. I'm not any of that. I look at what the heck the world gives me, and I make my own assessment of it. Now, does it flip flop? Yes, because things change. You'd be an idiot to just have your mindset on one thing and just because things change, man. Like things change. The Republican Party used to be the Democratic Party. The view wise, back I don't know when I would have been a slave or something like that. They were flip flop. They were flip flop, bro, and then they flipped again. They switched. If you really believe in your ideals and everything like that, why the heck are you gonna stay with a group? You go where your ideals are, where your ideals are, not who else is talking to you. Your own stuff, your own perspective, your own beliefs, your own morals. You follow those, and you never waver, unless you want to. Okay, I'm just saying. For me, I stick to what I think is true and what I think is going down. So that bill, if it passes, believe I already told you that crypto is on the verge of ripping up. Okay, but if that passes, and the crazy thing is for chart people relate to this. A chart prediction, if you see something like GameStop, right? Like I don't know where this perfect example, just ripping, insane. And then everyone else is like, why? I don't see them. They're not doing anything. They're not doing this. They're not doing that. Sometimes people say the charts can tell you the news before the news happens. I don't know why that is. You can say a simulation or whatever you want to say, but it has happened a lot of times where I've seen it. A lot of times. Okay, so right now crypto's about set to rip. Bitcoin, right? Of course I'd believe that something like that could pass because it would make sense. So all I'm telling you is be ready in crypto. I'm watching crypto. I'm watching Bitcoin. Okay. Um, yeah, but more on that to come later. 7 minutes, not bad. All right. Pieces. I'm gonna start doing this too.